Today on X-Play.
Welcome to X-Play!
Dear Christ. Has it been that many already? Realize your career has stagnated. It's game time.
Unlimited power!
Sessler, Morgan Webb. Prepare to be reviewed. Prepare to be reviewed. This is X-Play.
Hello and welcome to the 500th episode of X-Play.
Just to put that in perspective, it is more than 300.
So to celebrate the fact that our network has yet to find something better to put on in our time slot, we are going to take today as an opportunity to highlight some classic X-Play moments and remember what Adam and I looked like back when we had hope and believed in America.
We will also review games.
Yes, we know you are sick of recycled reviews. We respect that. We appreciate it. Thus, brand new review.
Reviews of Fight Night Round 3. The densest piece of product integration on the 360 now comes to the Sony family. And Elite Beat Agents, a DS rhythm game that is precisely as goofy, Japanese, and share-centric as you might imagine. And we review Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, Rise of the Witch King, the game with the longest title in the history of non-Shin Megami Tensei video games.
To remind us how very far we've come in the 500 episodes since we started in San Francisco, let us go to the crisp graphics and shiny consoles of the new generation. Here's Fight Night Round 3 for the PS3.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Oh, wait. PS3 controller can't do that anymore. Okay, let's get ready to play pretty much the same Fight Night that came out earlier this year on the Xbox 360. Fight Night Round 3 for the PS3 is not that noticeably different from the fantastic punch-up that it was on the 360. But that's not necessarily a bad thing now, is it? Fight Night's awesome graphics and innovative boxing controls made for what can only be considered one of the first true next-generation experiences. So what does EA have up its sleeve for the PS3 version? Even better graphics? Well, let's take a look. 360, PS3. 360, PS3. 360, PS3. I don't know. I don't see much of a difference. Maybe the fighters in the PS3 version are a little sweatier, but that's just gross. Seriously, dude, get a towel. And the round card girls are a little more, realistic? Well, maybe if you're a 14-year-old boy, Tomo Itagaki. But aside from the slight graphical brushing up, Fight Night on the PS3 does offer one awesome new feature called Get in the Ring.
Gentlemen, I want a good, clean fight.
Basically, it's a first-person camera angle. But in reality, it's much more than that. It's a truly authentic representation of standing in the ring toe-to-toe with a 200-pound killing machine, but without actually getting punched and the resulting brain swelling. That would hurt. Playing through the eyes of your fighter lets you see your opponent more completely, if not necessarily more clearly. Now it's easier to see just where his punches are coming from. Actually getting your dukes up and blocking in the right place is up to you and your reflexes, though. Hey, how come I can't see? Oh, right, I have my gloves in front of my face so I won't get hit.
Step back!
The first-person mode is a nice touch and gives you good reason to relearn the game, as well as the opportunity to look a certain co-host right in the eye as you deliver a smashing hit.
Legs are trembling.
I told you not to eat my green M&Ms, Sessler. I told you.
There's a nice hit.
But what really holds back Fight Night are its interminable load times. Fights take forever to start, and choosing options for your created boxer like new hair or a shiny new pair of trunks takes forever. Come on, I could have given myself a mohawk in the time that took. Man, sometimes I just want to punch someone. That's better. Fight Night Round 3 for the PS3 gets a 4 out of 5.
We've seen a lot of boxing games come and go since this little video game review show got off the ground back in 2003.
Just to give you an idea of how long ago 2003 was, back then, people listened to their music on third-generation iPods, which weighed in excess of 5 ounces.
When X-Play debuted, America was still winning the war in Iraq, and Ruben Studdard was the reigning American Idol.
It certainly was another time. Why, back then, we didn't even realize we were missing out entirely on the world of touchscreen-based handheld games. But then the DS came along and rescued us. Here's our review of Elite Beat Agents. Right about now, you're probably wondering why you're hearing Avril Lavigne. Well, unfortunately, it's an occupational hazard that comes with reviewing Elite Beat Agents for the Nintendo DS. But first, a little background. Way back in 2005, Nintendo released Osu Tatake Ouendan in Japan. In this game, you play as a squadron of male cheerleaders who helped out the less fortunate. In order to pass each stage, you rhythmically burst balloons with the system's stylus. Elite Beat Agents is sort of a little brother to Ouendan. It's not exactly a sequel, and it's not a remake, and it definitely doesn't have any cheerleaders. In the American incarnation, the protagonists are goofy government agents, sort of like the Men in Black.
Agents are go!
Okay, they're pretty much exactly like the Men in Black.
Agents are go!
The function of your agency is to show up whenever someone needs help and start dancing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, that's just what I want my tax dollars going towards. You're always willing to lend a foot, whether it's assisting an overworked babysitter, helping a disgraced baseball star destroy a stone golem, or rescuing celebutants from a deserted island. The bad news is that the cynically commercial soundtrack hampers an otherwise enjoyable rhythm game. Sum 41, good Charlotte Hoobastank, and other bad memories from 5 years ago haunt every mission. Dear developers, next time you assemble a soundtrack, please look beyond the 99-cent used bin at Tower Records. Fortunately, the gameplay almost makes up for the crappy track list. It's a lot of fun to burst balloons to the beat of the music, and a load of unlockables encourages you every damn step of the way. In the end, this is a good game that features a terrible soundtrack. If you're able to put up with the obnoxious music, well, you'll enjoy this game, and American Idol, and the new Lady Sovereign CD, and everything else we hate. Elite Beat Agents gets a 4 out of 5.
All that share in that game got me to wondering, do you think the DS is trying to tell us something?
It wishes it could turn back time?
No. All these adorable, campy, kitschy games, charming little characters, games about interior decoration and Victorian girl detectives.
You think the DS may be dreaming of becoming a professional dancer?
And being able to get married in Massachusetts.
Well, luckily, the GameCube already came out, so with luck, the board of Nintendo will already be emotionally prepared for it.
And Nintendo DS, know this, we will always love you, just be careful.
Before you let someone slip a stylus in you, get tested.
Ew.
Kill her.
In a moment, the battle for Middle-earth continues. And later, more reminiscences on X-Play. Stuck in a co-hostery of convenience, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play. We are celebrating the 500th episode by remembering just how long ago that first episode of X-Play was. See, back then we were still waiting with bated breath for the final installment of the Lord of the Rings pictures. And we're still drunk on the top flight acting of Natalie Portman in Attack of the Clones. Back then, Peter Jackson was still fat, Britney Spears was still skinny, and Oprah was, Hey, Adam, was Oprah fat or skinny when we started?
Skinny!
He always knows. To further show how far we've come, here's our review of Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, The Rise of the Witch King.
Picture the dwindling forces of evil being pushed back at their own gate. Grunting, swearing, blood. Fancy fade to The Witch King. He's Tony Soprano crossed with Harry Potter and dripping with the eyeshadow of Johnny Depp. He takes out the dwarf, takes out the other beard guy, takes out Spider-Man. Only weakness can be hurt by women. A strange past, work that into a prequel somehow. Anyway, Susie daggers for hands, comes up and stabs him one. He dies. Not true. Girl's a hermaphrodite. Big in Europe right now. Witch King returns home defeated, but even more determined. Learns Tibetan martial arts, bottles his own wines, adopts a Cambodian child. And that's how the Witch King returns. Oh, and at no point did he ever throw a BlackBerry at his assistant.
Publicists are the new mouth of Sauron, and this is the new expansion for Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, Return of the Witch King. Despite the title, our quest hurls our crusade of evil 1,000 years before Smeagol sheathed his finger with tainted gold. A primitive Witch King wages war against the splintered lands of Arnor. Story elements from the 9 missions come from the Lord of the Rings canon, which is just another word for ye old fan fiction. Not to be confused, however, with the modern fan/fiction, where we often find Legolas traversing Gimli's crack of doom.
Charity. It's the press release that writes itself. Witch King is all about the kids of today. He's always saying that children are our greatest natural resource. Of meat. Our greatest natural resource of meat.
Return of the Witch King presents the same level of pristine butchery between delicate layers of story that keeps the humors moving. Missions require multiple goals to conquer the lands of man. Your path to the Frozen Throne may be a short one, but you'll claw your way through every dirty hamlet just to get there. A new master beckons for new minions. Your rebellious mob can hand out the pain from a distance, or show them the business end of an angry orc. Thrall masters call upon any group from wolf riders to...
I bring filthy spearmen!
Great, now we're fighting the side of light with tetanus. I doubt Lockjaw will slow down this army, but it could deter some slash fanfiction.
I mean, it was bound to happen. You put your face out there long enough, and sooner or later, one of those paparazzi scumbags is gonna get a picture of your Eye of Sauron.
Beyond the realm of the Witch King and about 1,000 years, little else has changed. The War of the Ring mode received a few tweaks, as well as orcs as heroes. Otherwise, you're just slogging through the same dirt as before. But stomps aside, Witch King brings little to an already epic game. That's why we're giving it a 3 out of 5.
Witch King, he's back! You know, like I was saying to Witch King the other day, hatred is Hollywood's new DUI. Everybody's got a hatred. I hate the Irish.
Morgan and I have now been co-hosting together for 3 years, and that's for one reason and one reason only.
I have faster reflexes than Kate Botello.
And better poison resistance than Lauren Fielder.
Don't worry, Adam. One day you'll kill me.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No, I believe in you.
Oh, stop.
I know.
You gonna play Coliseum with me? On the field of honor, the gods bearing witness to my glory, I will pull your entrails through your eyes and use them as reins to ride your damned soul to Hades below! Dude.
Up next, God, we've been doing this a long time. On X-Play.
Like Def Leppard's drummer losing an arm.
They are in Los Angeles, but not of Los Angeles. It's Adam Sessler.
Welcome back to this, the spectacular 500th episode of X-Play. Sure, the 400th episode was just a few weeks ago, but we crank out a lot of television here at the old X-Play compound. But a lot has changed. For instance, when we started, we were located in San Francisco, or as we like to call it, New Sodom. Thanks to the active plate tectonics of the Pacific Rim, we've moved a couple of 100 miles south over the past 3.5 years. But we still got our San Francisco memories. Here, take a look. Welcome back to X-Play! Too much! Other level. This is like a real TV show with a full production crew. You're not the floor director, you're that ninja. During that review, my co-host hit me in the head with a tire iron, blaming her actions on Barbie Horse Adventure for the Game Boy Advance. Is that a dreidel?
Yes, I made it out of clay. They didn't tell you they hired me for the new show?
No, why'd they do that?
There was a meeting.
Morgan, do you really play video games?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was too busy leveling up on Golden Sun on my Game Boy.
Hey there, you big bitch! What? Hey there, you dog. Hey, how are my two favorite doing?
Head.
Plug.
Who wrote that into the show?
Anyway, it's time to get serious, you guys. Like Sophie's Choice serious.
Like Def Leppard's drummer losing an arm serious.
So do games make people more violent? Or am I just hurting Adam because I can?
What's the matter,
I can't get past this boss, this fireman!
Is that the first boss?
Shut up!
Good cocoa, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I switched to gin 5 minutes ago.
What no one ever tells you about San Francisco? It's really, really good rice-a-roni. Like, I don't know if it's fresher or what, but the stuff is good.
Also, in a city with that many tech geeks, we only seem moderately dorky. Ooh, and sourdough bread.
Other than that, we miss nothing because parking there sucks hardcore. And I prefer a city not have atmospheric neighborhoods.
Here in LA, we have strip malls to take care of all of our needs.
Oh, TCBY, you really are the country's best yogurt.
Moments away. More classic moments with X-Play.
Get away from her, you bitch!
On the X-Play board.
You better like my game!
On the X-Play board. It's my closest thing to fame. On the X-Play board.
I don't want to hear it.
On the X-Play board. Don't even take me near it. I'm my favorite character you couldn't understand.
Solid Snake's a roadmap on my way to be a man! RPGs and hockey games, volleyball and cricket.
If Webb and Sess don't get it, then they can
suck it.
Hi.
It's our 500th episode of this TV show.
X-Play, it's called.
You'd think after 500 episodes of a show this witty, engaging, and pretty damn smart, we'd been plucked from obscurity and be placed in respectable jobs.
Like doing sideline weather during NFL weekend games.
Or hosting cheaters.
But no, we're still here, cranking out television for you, our only real friends.
So to remind us that nostalgia really means the pain of remembering, let's look at the classic X-Play moments we've shared with you so far.
Mamma mia!
Give me that.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Give me back my Game Boy.
For the past 15 minutes, I've had Jason's big click coming out my left ear and Super Italian Stereotype Brothers coming out my right.
Give me back my Game Boy.
Are you gonna put it away?
I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to with it.
Then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take it. Why don't you go get the car?
Daddy, want me to frag her for you?
You fragged me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize.
So if I decide to go with your wireless plan, what are some of the benefits?
Power. Unlimited power! Minutes. Unlimited minutes. Hello? Oh.
Now, these were a promotional item for the Nintendo DS, and they are so handy. You could emulate clapping with them. If you're excited about something and you want to show your applause. Oh my goodness, our model seems to be having a little bit more fun with that than we intended. Apparently, they also lift and separate. That's all the products we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching the Home Schwag Network. Can we get her some help?
Hey, haven't I seen you on television?
We seek knowledge, enlightenment, salvation.
Yeah, a few million buried Atari cartridges.
Sounds like you might want a word with Mr. Spender. He used to work for Atari.
Where can we find this Mr. Spender?
Mr. Spender lives right out there in one of those little white houses.
Which one?
And today's Tuesday. Should be on the third one from the left.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you. I'll see you again real soon. Real soon. Get away from her, you
not even a line from Star Wars.
Nerd! Look out! Coming right at you, sucker. All over the place. Oh, where'd I go? Oh, here I am. Oh, I'm behind you.
That's what we have to offer the world. We've made it. Kind of. We're on TV. We play games for a living. And that, a bunch of sketches about groin injuries and Hunter S. Thompson is what we have to leave to history.
It's sort of depressing. But then you realize that most people these days are basing their claim to fame on a YouTube video or being one of our interns. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, true. Well, since we're less depressed now, let's complete one of those X-Play replays.
Fight Night Round 3 got a 4 out of 5 because first-person boxing lets you see both hands, which is better.
Elite Beat Agents got a 4 out of 5 for playful rhythm action, but less than perfect song choice.
And The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth 2, Rise of the Witch King got a 3 out of 5 because it only gave us one more race and the campaigns were all really short.
Okay, you've just shared in the collected wisdom of 500 episodes of X-Play. Revel in it. It's glory.
Attention all gamers, X-Play's in prime time.
How can I join in the fun?
Join Adam and Morgan for all new episodes featuring live on-screen chat, interactive polls, and video viewer mail.
What do you guys think the worst game of all time is?
Keep the video viewer mails coming.
Catch an all-new X-Play, weeknights at 8, only on G4.